Hey everyone, welcome to a beautiful pick a card reading where we're going to be looking at what does our little child self want us to know right now. And we're going to pick cards here from the Into the Lonely Woods deck here and just see what our options are that you get to choose from. So let me just give these a shuffle. All right, so let's see, what options will we have for this pick a card reading? Okay, I feel like this is one here, this is one here, and that one right there. So we will have 3 to choose from. The first one is going to be this, Your Truth is Powerful. That'll be reading number 1. Reading number 2 is going to be the Do Not Hide Your Light, card number 40. And then reading number 3 will be card number 23, which is The Beneath Opens Up to You. Beautiful cards. I love these, artistry of these. So you can choose as many of these as you are drawn to. I'll have timestamps for each one of these in the description box below, but we're going to start with reading number 1 first. If you chose reading number 1, which is this beautiful card here, then this is the reading for you, and this is Your Truth is Powerful, card number 12. We'll put that right here. And let's see what message comes in from your little child self. It says, you are told so many lies. We are told that we must be with others and that they must love us for us to be worthy. So we bend and we twist the self to please the others, showing only glimpses of who we are in shadows and light. We never fully step out into the light to see who is drawn to the form we most truly are. Start by unbending and deepening the love of your own ways. Start with untwisting and cease to speak words that appease others and offend your soul. Then offer that level of care and desire for love to your own self. What could you become if you already loved who you are? Wow. That is great. So it sounds like your little child self is offended that you're trying to please other people instead of being who you are. And I love that message for you because it is telling you about how you're drawn to the outside world for them. How are they defining you? Who are they telling you to be? We're also going to pull a card here from the Gentle Creatures Wisdom deck, which is by the same author here. And any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if you're drawn to any of them and you'd like them for yourself, you know how to get a hold of those. All right, so for reading 1, what else would you like them to know? What was your little child self want you to know? And you've got effort. Beautiful. We'll put that right here. And let's see what message comes on this one for you. Very cute. It says every now and again, you just need to put out the effort. Our lovable creature holds up a small umbrella, and it's evident that this umbrella is not going to do any real good in terms of the falling raindrops. The yellow slicker the young girl wears provides more protection, but the fact that the umbrella is offered shows that the creature cares. They themselves are not bothered by the rain, but know their smaller counterparts, your smaller little self, right, can sometimes be adversely affected by too much cold and wet. So as they say, Mama tried, or in this case, Creature tried, here is a reminder that we need to keep trying to do the right thing, especially for our little child self. Even when it is too little, it is noticed. The need to be kind is the most important thing. This card is a reminder to ask ourselves, how can I show someone I care today? Reach out in good faith, help someone whenever you can. Your efforts will be noticed. But I really feel like what your little child self is asking you is, how can you show your little child self that you care today? And we will get in more detail here too. We're going to use the Naked Heart Tarot for this reading, and we'll use the Everyday Tarot if we need any like clarification or any additional messages as well. But let's see. What else does your child self want to know about? Paying attention to them. I really feel like that's what's going on here. I feel like, as we all do, we abandon our little child self to try to fit into the adult world, right? So the little child self is saying, I just would like you to pay attention to us, pay attention to our true inner needs around this. But let's see what else. What else would you like them to know, please? Now's your chance to speak, little child self. So you have these two. What else? Okay, these three. Alrighty, so we'll start with this one over here. Yeah, and they have the Judgment card here. So the Judgment card, which is XX, is double endings and double new beginnings. And this is really about connecting and realizing who you really are. You're so much more than the human character that is, you know, making himself known here. It's kind of like this is your little self and this is your higher self. That's what this represents too. Normally they have like people in their coffins and an angel with a trumpet waking them up. And this is about you transforming from the caterpillar into the butterfly, realizing that you are not a creature who just moves along the ground, but you are a beautiful, powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being that is made of unconditional love. You are so much more than what people say you are and are telling you to be. And so there is this beautiful higher truths, you know, like you talked about in the card there about we're so guided and so influenced by the opinions of the outside world, and every child is. We all have been children. We're all fed popular opinions on what things are supposed to mean and how we're supposed to feel and all these rules and all these expectations. And this is all about realizing we're so much more than that. And it's a wake-up call for us regarding that. Let's see what else they want to add to that, though. You know, the Innocence of Cups. So this would be the Page of Cups. Cups are your emotions. And this is about deep diving, getting into understanding who you really are, what emotions you're really feeling. But this is the Ace of Cups here. This is the chalice, the Holy Grail. And what's in that is the unconditional love of the Creator of all things and of the spiritual realm, that from which we come from. And so there is this new level of love that they're kind of nudging you to, getting into the, you know, the heart of it. And this is even a little baby whale. So you have the little one here saying you're so much more than you've been taught to believe. And there's so much emotion, so much capacity and capability for you to step and go into new levels of love. But it does take you getting in tune with that higher love, being able to take actions inward with your love rather than trying to, let's say invest is not really the word, but invest all that energy into the outside world, into a black hole that's not going to bring that stuff into you. It basically, it's not wasted energy, because no energy is ever wasted, but it's not beneficial for you. You learn from, you know, pouring out all that energy into a black hole that nothing comes back. But when you pour that love and allow that love to fill you up like a chalice, you fill up and then it overflows out to the world. When you invest it into a black hole, then you feel empty. You feel empty. There's like, you feel empty. You feel alone. You feel this expansiveness of cold, like it talked about in one of these, like, the little one is tired of feeling cold and wet. It wants to fill up with that unconditional love and have it overflow out to others. So it's time for that self-love to come back to you. Yeah, then you have the High Priestess. So High Priestess she's all about connecting to the higher realms, right? She retreats back into her high temple, away from the outside world, to go behind the veil, and which is about getting into the subconscious, getting into this awareness and having this emotional relationship with your smaller self. There's this great book called The Presence Process by Michael Brown, and it talks a lot about that, of how our child self sees us as separate from our adult self, and that the child self, when it sees, because it sees, hears, feels everything that we're doing, it's like on our shoulder, it knows that we're maybe being untrue to ourselves, we're sacrificing ourselves, we're doing all this stuff, we're saying yes when we want to say no. So it doesn't trust us, because it's like, you are not authentic to yourself. So we kind of have to develop this relationship with the little child self of ours, giving it unconditional love, starting with giving our adult self the authenticity, living our authentic self, not running in fear of letting everyone down by all those other truths that they're trying to put on us, but really standing up and being our true selves that gains the trust of our little one, because we can become the parent that our little one had been wanting all along. Because no child ever receives the unconditional attention, the unconditional love, the unconditional acceptance from a human parent. And so eventually we get to become that parent to ourselves. And it's about putting in that effort of turning that effort inward. So I love that. And then you have the Universe card. Yes, beautiful. So the Universe card, which is normally like the World card, card number 21, is about significant endings of cycles, allowing for new beginnings to come in. So this definitely is this change of the cycle, like we had double endings and double beginnings with that Judgment card. So you definitely are moving into this new place, this understanding of who you really are and of what you want to do with that energy, where you want to invest it within your beautiful, beautiful little self there. Let's see what else they want to say here. And you have the Two of Wands. Beautiful energy here. So you are definitely having this 2 theme come in here, because when you add 20 together, 2 plus 0 is 2. You have 2. You have 2. You have 2 here, and really this 2 up here. But there is this message about understanding that there are 2 of you that are living this human experience, right? You have your human side, but you're so much more than that. Like this card talked about, you are a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. And that's what our little self is hungering for, is that unconditional love. So your higher self can be that parent that they've always been looking for there. So we are going to pull a few more cards here from the Everyday Tarot. See what else they want to add this to you, but they are begging for your attention. They're just like, can you just spend some time with me? So I love that. So what else would you like? What does your little child self want you to know? Okay, they do want these 4 right here. So you have the 9 of Pentacles. Now the 9 of Pentacles does have to do with finding your worth and your wholeness from within. The 9s are like the Hermit card, which is about an inner journey, finding and connecting to your higher light and allowing that to be your guide to understanding what your worth is and who you are. They're never alone in the garden. They always have some sort of bird or feathered creature here, which shows you that you have your whole support of your posse up above. You have your guardian angel, your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones who are already on the other side, your ancestors, creator, spirit, a whole slew of beings of unconditional love and light that are there to help guide you and find this worth from within. So this child is pulling you from within to find this foundation of your worth rather than being pulled to the outside of there as well. Yeah, and then you have the Five of Swords. So swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. And this is about the battling of the small t truths of the outside world. You are transforming this need to please others or to prove that your small t truths that are rooted in your human experience are more truer than other people's small t truths, because you hold in your arm, your hands here, sorry, the Ace of Swords, which allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, those that are rooted in unconditional love, and allows you to cut away all those thoughts and those beliefs about yourself and about the world that you were basically infused with from your, usually we're having like our emotional child here is like from birth to 7 years old, where we gain this stuff is usually from 7 to 14. So this mental attitudes and rules that were imposed are what kind of forced our little child self here into the basement. The emotional child side of us was pushed into the basement and replaced with this mental thing. That book, The Presence Process by Michael Brown, basically says that we abandoned our emotional self for the mental self to be able to fit into the adult world. So I love that there. Yeah, and then here you have the Sun. This is the child card. So this is definitely them saying, yes, we're ready to ride in. They're ready to come out of the basement, come out of the cellar and express themselves. This is about connecting to your child self. And it's a very victorious and warming and beautiful, just powerful, joyful card, because this is about you expressing who you really are, connecting to your child self, but also this light just shines such beautiful awareness into every area of your life, and it allows you, again, it's like this is the wet and cold. Look at, they're naked on a horse out in the sun. So that's the total opposite, right? They're tired of being in the cold, wet basement. They're ready to come out and shine and be themselves out in the world there. And then you have the Queen of Swords. So the swords here is the sword here. So this is the Queen. She's able to bring that power in with you and slice away those thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve you. All the queens also, in addition to having the suit that they roll, which is the air for the swords, all the queens also carry water. So she's both air and water, which is the balance between heart and mind. And she understands that it's important to have our mindsets, connected to the capital T truths of the higher realm, but it's also important to connect to the emotional and the heart side of it as well. So with all these twos in here and this connection to the higher realms, they had me start this free YouTube series at the beginning of the year called U times 2, which I'll have a playlist listed here at the end of the video, and it'll be listed in the description box below too. But it's a free video series all about getting to know the two of you that are living this human experience. And with a lot of twos popping up here and with this connection to that child self, I just really feel like there's this nudge toward that as well. So I just want to make sure you're aware that there's another resource for that journey that you're definitely in the midst of. I know this isn't the first time you've heard this. I feel like this is like them just nudging, and you know how like when a little child will grab their mom's shirt tail or their sleeve and go, "Mom, mom, 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 mom," until they get your attention. I feel like this is them saying, I want your love. I want your attention. I like this effort being pointed inward for you to find this worth, because this is what helps you really reveal to the world the bright light that you are, and that you don't have to stay hidden in the forest anymore, right? Because your truth, your capital T truths are so powerful. And this is them asking you to bring those truths out into the light. So I love this reading for you. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these videos, I also put out weekly energy updates for each zodiac sign, monthly readings for each zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. When you go in there, if you select the all option, then you will be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. And also doing those things helps spread the love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like a video or you share a video, comment on a video, and especially subscribing to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so happy it does want to share the messages and videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, I am very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings. All that information is in the description box below. All right, beautiful people. I hope you enjoyed this. If you are wanting to look at any of the other videos, the timestamps are in the description box below, but we're going to go on to number 2. Right. And if you chose reading number 2, which is card number 40, do not hide your light, then this is the reading for you, and we're going to put them right here and see what messages your little self has for you. So it says, what is the light that we hold within? The love we have? The fullness of our dreams? The urge for joy that we shackle till we give ourselves limits that make us feel blinded to the truth of all that we are? The light within you is longing to be freed. It will not vanish, be stolen, or shrivel if you take it from its hidden place. Bring it forth and let the light within you lead. Know that the senses of being the only person with this strange shining within will be replaced in time with the knowledge that your light helps us all escape our prisons, that your light illuminates the darkness of the lonesome path. The world needs your light. Wow. I love that. So your little child self is telling you that you have something amazing that they get to see inside of you, and that they are urging you to share it with the world. They're not being a little selfish child self, right? They're not saying mine, 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 mine. They're saying like, share this with the world. It's so amazing, and it doesn't diminish. There's plenty of love and light that you have inside to share. We're also going to pull from these Gentle Creatures Wisdom decks, see what else that they would like to add. And any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if any of them catch your fancy, you know how you can get a hold of them. All right. So what else would you like to tell us? They want this one right here. And you have card number, not card, but you have friendship. Look at that. I love that. It's like your little child self is telling you, your bigger self now, just this bright light that you have, that there's so much darkness in the world that you have this bright light that you can share with the world in such beautiful ways. And let's see what else comes with that here. It says in troubling times, it's hard to remember that we're not alone. And here our creature contemplates the moon. They're feeling so lost in thought that they have not heard the soft, booted footsteps of the small person beside them. But once that connection is made, that hand-to-hand contact, our creature is gently pulled back to the here and now. They're reminded that they have a friend. It is this commitment of companionship that returns them to a more balanced way of thinking. Now they have someone to talk with. It is that gift of quiet listening that we all need. For this card, ask yourself, who do I need to talk to about this? Or what point of view am I missing here? Never fear that you are alone in this world. We all have someone who will always be at our side. So cherish them. Let them know how much they mean to you soon. So I love that, when they're telling you that you always have your little child self who feels like they are separate from our adult self, and that we do have this beautiful relationship that we can develop with our little child self. But they are, in this case, are being, I feel like they're being the adult. They're letting you know how in the darkness, everything that's surrounding it, that one, you have this bright light that you can access for yourself within you, but that there's this love that you have, that you make more of a difference in the outside world than you realize. That just your friendship, just by being you, just by being present, no matter what you can buy people or do for people or whatever, it's simply sharing this brightness, this love you have inside of you. You can give it freely to others, and that it does make a difference. You become this giant beacon of light for so many people in the outside world. You do find it from within you first, but they are urging you to share that with the world. We're also going to use the Naked Heart Tarot here to get more messages and clarity on what they want you to know about this bright light that you're able to share. And one more time. All right. What else would you like to tell us, little one? All right. They do want this one right here and this one right here. What else? Okay, that one right there. Right here. Oops, upside down. Okay, and any others? Last pass. Okay. Get two more. We will arrange these and get all these to fit in here somehow, some way. So we'll start off with the ones that have showed themselves here first. And so you do have the Justice card here. Now the Justice card, you have the Ace of Swords that's in the middle here. And the Ace of Swords does two amazing things. One, it does allow you to connect to the higher truths of the higher realm that are rooted in the unconditional love of the higher realms. The other thing it does is allows you to cut away and slice away the small t truths of the human world. And that allows you this beautiful freedom, because what has made you feel small, made you want to hide your light, is the fear, which is what is at the root of small t truths, because it's either of unconditional love or the fear of losing the conditional love of the world. So you have this balancing that's coming into play here, understanding the two sides of the world and what's going on, and that there are two truths that exist in this world, some that are rooted in fear, that are really illusions and lies, and those that are rooted in the capital T truths of the higher world, those that are rooted in that, like I said, that unconditional love. You have the Spirit of Pentacles over here, which would be the Knight of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles is the search for your worth as in relation to the outside world. And all knights have a quest, right? So the Spirit of Pentacles is not the knight, but the Spirit is the King of Pentacles. So the knights do have a quest for that coin, for that worth, but the King of Pentacles, it actually means you've obtained it, because that's the highest worth that you can achieve, which is his journey. The King of Pentacles has been through all the pentacles, right? So he's experienced all of that wisdom that he gleans from that experience in the outside world. And one of the big things, one of the big pieces of wisdom, the capital T truths that it shares, is that when he tried to define himself by the outside world, that he felt unstable and it felt short, because when we're looking to the outside world to define us, we're basically looking three different areas. One is relationships, one is situations and circumstances like job, education, that type of thing. And then the third place we look is things, our bodies, our possessions, our bank accounts. Well, each of those feels unstable because relationships, people change or they pass away. So relationships tend to be unstable, right? Situations never stay the same, so they're unstable. And things, they break down, deteriorate, are stolen or burned down. So those are unstable. So it learned that when it went outside of itself, tried to define who it is based on the outside world, it experienced retail price, which is how are we worth to others? And that's like being a beautiful big parka warm coat in northern Alaska during the winter. Oh, people just, they just want that, right? You are desirable. You are high priced, highly sought after. But if you're that same coat in southern Texas during the middle of summer, you're on the 99% clearance rack, and that's the instability of outer retail price. But you find self-worth from turning within, from connecting to that unconditional love from above. That is eternal, that is stable, that's unconditional. Nothing you can do to lose it. Whereas the outside world, like the two sides of this, right? The other is conditional love that has conditions, and then there's a fear that we're not going to live up to a condition and we're going to lose that love. So that's the instability of the outside world and the stability of the inner. And this shows the one side here, showing that you do have the ability to find this wholeness, this strong, stable self-worth from within, and you can share that beautiful confidence with the world too. Okay, yeah, because here you have the Ace of Swords. So here's the Ace of Swords showing itself, and you hold the power within your hands to connect to that beautiful love from above, and you're able to cut away and slice away those other thoughts and beliefs. I kind of feel like this is the scale, 2 on this side and 2 on this side. Let's see what else they bring in here. Yeah, this would be the other side, the devil, which is all about your ego. This is the messenger that basically takes you on your tour. That's your shadow. It is the one that shows you and takes you on the experience of all the fear rides of the amusement park. Think of your shadow as like a tour guide at Disneyland or maybe at Universal Studios, where they know what it goes on underneath the surface and behind the scenes, and they're able to take you on this experience in ways that you wouldn't be able to before. So your shadow isn't our enemy. It's actually a piece of us. It takes us into those opposites, those small t truths of fear, for us to experience what it might feel like to feel small and unlovable and limited and powerless. And that's the opposites of who we really are. So that's the other side of the scale here, is they're showing you this is who you can be, and this is what it pretends and shows you the illusion of the other side of the scale, right? Let's see what else they want to add into that here. Yeah, because then you have the Tower. So the Tower, these are powerful cards for you, because these are both major arcana. You actually have 3 out of the 5 are major arcana so far, which major arcana are life-changing type of energies coming in. And the Tower basically has a message that this obstacle, these things that are in your life, were brought into your life on purpose, for a purpose. So this combination of these two is showing that all these limitations, all this experiences you had in your early childhood especially, were happening for you. And when they are done, then they're removed for you too. So whatever comes into your life on purpose, for a purpose. And when things get removed out of your life, those are also happening on purpose, for a purpose. So you do have this balancing that's coming out here. These are all the fearful things. Oh, something's being removed. No. Oh, the devil. No. This is the fear-based stuff, and this is the powerful side that this experience that you're having is unfolding for you. Yeah, and then you have the Spirit of Wands. So you have another king coming in here. So the King of Wands. Wands is your drive, your ambition, your inspiration, your It's like your passions, but it's your energy. It's also your spiritual energy. And the King of Wands, this giant salamander on here, represents protection from risk, protection from the fire that you go through. The big lightning bolt. You are protected. You're able to wield your wand. That's, like the Spirit of Pentacles is about the outside experiences and its relationship of its worth to the outside. The Spirit of the Wand is about your energy and the use of your energy and where you invest it and how it expands. And with that Spirit of Wands showing up here, it's showing that you have that power and the control on what you grow. Whatever you focus on is what grows in your life. And that's one of the big things that the King of Wands learns through his whole Wands experiences, is that you hold that power. You get to choose where you focus your energy. If you focus on fear, that's what grows. If you focus on unconditional love and gratitude, that's what grows. And so you do have this beautiful, beautiful, brilliant light that's coming in. So you are able to share these truths with the world. You're able to share this bright energy and this power and this wisdom with the world. And you do have that within. And that's what this card is basically having you do. As I destroy everything here, it's about you bringing that light and bringing that wisdom and that awareness, bringing that forward. I love all the brightness on here. Sorry for the glare, but it's like you're so bright they can hardly see you. It just becomes like a bright light like that. That the world needs that beautiful, brilliant love that you're able to have flow out of you into the world right now. And it brings this beautiful wisdom, this beautiful understanding of the power that you hold in each moment. So I really love that your little child self is not being a little selfish child. It's like, share this beautiful, brilliant light with the world. You have endless resources of that can flow out of your heart to the world. So I'm loving this message coming here forward for you. If you are looking for even more messages of love from above, in addition to these videos, I also put out weekly energy updates for each zodiac sign, also monthly readings for each zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you will be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like a video, share a video, comment on a video, and especially subscribing to the channel, doing those things just helps the YouTube algorithm get super happy and share the messages and videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that, I am very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, beautiful people, have an amazing adventure. I'm sure we'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. And if you chose reading number 3, which is card number 23, which is the beneath opens up to you, then this is the reading for you. And we'll see what your little child self would like you to know about here. And this says, your heart did not close, even though you were no longer in the small and safe spaces of the surface world. Into the great depths you plunged, your soul a tattered, your heart in pieces, your hands closed and tight. And now look at you. You have found your way in the endless beneath. Your hands have a gentle touch, and you draw to you the shyest of creatures who know you are above all an ally, kin, and friend to their rare nature. You have found a home amongst all the other misfits the world gave birth to, and you are creating your own destiny, which is clear, brighter, deeper, and more filled with joy and blessings than you could ever have imagined. Dive down into the hidden places, bright soul, and ready your heart. for waves of joy. Wow. Yeah, definitely. So this is your little child self acknowledging just the emotional pain and the experiences that you had, where you had this feeling as if you were heartbroken, that your heart had been busted apart like a Skittles commercial, but it didn't break. It just felt like it. The pain of fear that pricked your heart is what made it feel like this heartbreak. But you have went through the journey. You have this bravery to dive deep into your subconscious, into the unconscious, into your, the sea represents your emotional sea, and you have dived deep within it, and you're understanding it. Your little child self is inviting you. This little innocent thing is like, I have the image in my head of Finding Nemo, the little Nemo and the daddy Nemo, right? You have the two sides, the smaller and the larger, which is you and your smaller self going on this journey together, and that you're not alone as you look into these emotions. We're also going to pull from the Gentle Creatures Wisdom deck. And by the way, any of the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below. So if any of them catch your eye and you would like to purchase any of those, you know where you can get those. So let's give these a shuffle here. All right. So little one, what else would you like us to know, please? What else would you like to share? Okay, that one right there. And you have loss. Yep, there you go. So those feelings of loss, those are the ones that they're wanting you to take a look at. And let's see what else they want to add in here. And it says, grief moves among us like a figure in a foggy river. The gentle creature mourns the loss of his winged friend. Even knowing that the moth had a short life cycle, there's still the feeling of loss there. Losing someone to death, distance, or disagreement leaves an empty space inside. This card illustrates that everyone mourns in their own way. One turns away to gaze into the coming light, hoping for another winged beauty. The other looks directly at the moth, remembering the beauty of its dancing gold wings. Each is right. Let no one tell us how to grieve our losses, even the ones we know had to come. Lean into your emotions to let them flow through you. Sadness will not end you. Rather, it will wash out pain so you can begin to honor what was. What is remembered lives. You will move on from this point, carrying the good memories with you. Wow. What a beautiful message. And I love what they're bringing forward for you here, letting you know that mourning for something that you've lost is totally normal. It is our human experience. Even when we expected it to happen, it doesn't replace that feeling that our human side does feel of loss, of emptiness, and that it's important for you to feel it and to explore it and not to resist it, because otherwise it's just bouncing around there. It never goes away, even if you suppress it or try to numb it. Now is the time that they're encouraging you to look at those feelings of loss. Let's see what else they want to add to this for you too. And my heart has got, I'm sending you the biggest bear hug for this feelings of loss that you have gone through. All right. What else would you like us to know, little one? Okay. What else? Okay. What else, little one? Okay. And that one right there. And we'll use this Everyday Tarot if they have anything else they would like to say. And this is beautiful that, of course, Sky Father came out here And so for some of you, this is showing you that it is your father or fatherly figure that you have lost in your life. But it also has this dual message showing us that we are never alone. We're never, ever alone. You know, we have the Creator. We have this mighty posse of support on the other side, that no one ever truly ends, right? We withdraw out of our human experience, and they know, you know, all of that. And that's not to say that loss is not supposed to, you're not supposed to feel that. You come here on purpose, for a purpose, to experience these things. But know that, and it's interesting that this is coming through in this card, but I'm just reading this intuitively with what they're bringing through. And it's that they've never left your side. When this loss feeling came in, whether it's someone that passed to the other side or like someone who's left your life, the higher self, the higher spirit of every single being, if it's a soul relationship that we had or someone who's passed, the moment that they've left our physical life, their spiritual side has always been by us. And especially if it's someone who's passed and gone back to the other side, they have the ability to be everywhere all at once, and they don't have to share themselves with anyone else. And so the moment they slipped out of their human body, their spirit was right by your side, and every single loved one as well, 100% of them. That's the ability that we have as the powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings that we really are. We are able to be everywhere all at once. And so just know that they've never left your side. They've always been by you. And they have such a beautiful ability. I'm really zeroing in on the eye here. It's like a giant wink, but they're also the ability that they are able to see into not only their lives and every choice they made and why they chose to come and all the choices they made, they're also able into that instant when they go by your side to look into your heart, into your mind, into your lives, all the way back to when you were conceived in the womb. They are able to feel every emotion you had, every experience you had, every thought you had, and they are just in awe of you. And they also get to see your entire rest of your life too, but they won't share any of that because we know we want that to be a surprise, so they don't share a whole lot of our futures with us, but they see your entire life in the twinkling of an eye in that moment. So much, and so they see so much more deeply into every decision, every choice that you made. And like I said, they just stand there in awe in who you are, and they understand things so much more than they ever did when they were here on the earth with you. So I love that message for you. Yeah. And you have the Two of Cups. We do have this beautiful power of choice that we come here to experience, and that's what's represented by these two cups. Cups are emotions. You have your heart in both cups, right? Well, this definitely shows this emotional message that's coming in here, which means every second we get to have the choice to choose between unconditional love of the higher spiritual realm or of the fear and the loss and all those emotions that are rooted in the fear of losing that conditional love in this world. So we come here on purpose, for a purpose, to experience that. And loss, we come here to experience this specifically because we don't get to experience loss back on the other side. We are eternal. We are powerful. We don't feel that. We can't experience that. Just the atmosphere where we're at is. And that's why this world was created, this world of opposites, to be able to experience what it might feel like for something to end, which things never end on the other side. And things truly never end here either. But we come here to experience what it might feel like. So this is reiterating that power of choice that we have, and that in order to have a choice, we have to have both sides available to us. And so it's not wrong, it is designed. So that's reiterating that message for you there. Yeah. because we have the Two of Wands, the power of choice. Whatever we focus on is what grows in our life as well. That's what this Two of Wands brings in, is this, the duality of things, the two-ness of things. And we kind of walk around with a helmet on our head with a fire hose. We have energy that's flowing out of it continuously. Both our spiritual energy, our emotional energy, our mental energy, it's always flowing out of us. And whatever we're looking at is what grows in our life. So when we look at our loss and our emotions, that's what grows in our lives. And when that becomes overwhelming, you can look away to something else, and that will grow and that will diminish. And so I love how this is coming through as your little child self letting you know it's okay. You can feel all this stuff, but know that you also have another choice whenever you grow tired of feeling a certain way, because this is a general reading. So some of you, I feel like it's almost like 50-50. Half of you are like, have pushed emotions down that they're encouraging you to feel. Others are like, oh, we're so proud of you for being brave to feel the feels, but now it's time for that to switch. They're showing me this clip from the movie, what was it, Dances with Wolves with Kevin Costner, where it was set back in the Native American civil, cavalry days and all of that, where they were expanding the West. And one of the love interest of Kevin Costner, she had lost her husband and she was in a period of mourning. And they had set a period of mourning, and when that period ends, then they can move on in their lives. And I kind of feel like that is what they're wanting you to know. For those of you who have been mourning for a long time and you feel like you can't not move on from that, it's like for some of you, they're saying pick a date and go, I'm mourning up to this point, and then I'm purposely changing my focus to focus on gratitude for what it is in my life, what I want to grow in my life. I've felt enough of this. I'm ready for something new. So that's for some of you there. Yeah, because you're ready to feel this. 10 of Cups, overflowing love and emotion. You're ready to feel all this brightness. See all this brightness, all the little flashing. It's like, this is what you are wanting to move on to feel. And in experiencing this, you can experience more of this, because in order to feel joy, wholeness, and completeness, to understand that, we experience sadness and loss and disappointment and depression and different things, so that we can feel the difference between the two. Because without one, it's like when one was created, the other was also created, because in order to know that there's joy, we experience unjoy as well. So beautiful, beautiful card here. Yeah. Here's the 8 of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. And the 8 of Swords is a beautiful movement card of thought. You're moving beyond this. You see all the thorns and all the prickly things. The card represents that you are becoming aware of, it's been your thoughts and your beliefs that have been making you feel bound and trapped and blinded, but you are ready to move into a new level of belief and emotion and thought around that. They do want to pull a couple more cards here from the Everyday Tarot, but I love this card for you because it does mean that you are ready for a movement and a change. Whether it's you have been sitting in sorrow for a very long time, or you're about to dive in and feel the emotions and move through it. This is this message for all of you that chose reading number 3, that you're ready. You're ready for this. So what else, little one, do you want to share? Okay. They want that one, not that one, and this one. Okay. Yep, so you have the Judgment card here, which is all about understanding the two of you that are living this human experience. So really, again, this two message coming in here, because it's card number 20, which when you add 2 plus 0 together, get 2 again. So this is your human self and your higher self. And again, those of you that have had someone who's passed, you realize this is who they really are now. Even though they left their physical body, they are this human, this higher self, this powerful, supernatural self that's there. And there is this underlying message, all these 2s showing up here. They do want me to make you aware of this video series, this free YouTube video series they had me start at the beginning of the year called You Times 2, which is all about getting to know the 2 of you that are living this human experience in your body. And I'll have that linked here at the end of the video, and also it's down in the description box below if you want to check that out. But I really feel like it's so obvious here for you. Then you have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles represents doing the daily tasks. And so this is like, keep going, keep carrying the water, keep chopping the wood, keep watching things fruitful and grow in your life. And if you do have this change of heart as you're going through things, know that you can change your outside world. It's like you were headed in this certain direction. You had planted apple trees because everyone wanted apple trees. Perhaps the person you were with wanted apple trees, but now that they're have left your life and they're not in your life anymore, you're left with this orchard of apple trees. And it's okay to let those go and to plant that avocado tree you're wanting because you want guacamole, right? And so there is this permission of them to let that go, make the changes, sell the house, get rid of the stuff, choose those things that are for you now, because this is your adventure. Move on. Don't feel guilty. They don't care. One of my friends who lost their husband, they asked me if he cared, like what he thought of the urn that they had bought for his ashes. And he said he actually said something like, I don't give a crap. He was like, I am not there anymore. That's just dust. That's just sand. He goes like, I'm with you. Like we talked about, I'm with you every moment. I follow you wherever you go. So yeah, I'm looking at you. I'm in awe of you. I don't care about things. And so it's like they gave them permission to get rid of all the stuff that you don't want of mine. I don't care about it anymore. I'm flying in the universe. I'm in all these beautiful experiences everywhere else. And so I kind of feel like that's this message coming in here too. And then you have the Justice card here. So the Justice card, she holds the Ace of Swords here, which allows her to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm and cut away these old thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you. So you are moving along with that. This is card number 11, which adds up to, again, to a number 2, the balancing of the scales, showing you the 2 sides of things, that you do have this world of small t truths related to fear and these capital T truths related to unconditional love coming in again. Yeah. And 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups twice. Beautiful, beautiful. This is about emotional fulfillment, choosing happiness, choosing joy. You have this available to you. So just know that when you grow sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, that you have another option of beautiful bliss and joy that's available on the other side of the scale for you too. So I love this message coming in here from your child self, helping you understand and embrace and kind of go on this little tour of your emotions with your little self. And they will take you where you need to go to deal with what you need to deal with, to free yourself and to feel what emotions you may have stuffed down and were afraid to feel or didn't know how to feel it back then. So you have these emotional charges bouncing around that you're ready to deal with. And if you have been dealing with them for a long, 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 long time, it's your little self nudging you to go, you have another choice. You can move on, set a date, and let's go on a new emotional adventure. So I'm loving this reading for you. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these readings, I also put out weekly readings, energetic kind of updates for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each zodiac sign, and a few other types of videos throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, Also click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on the channel. Also, doing those things, it helps spread the love, and it helps my channel grow in significant ways. Because when you like a video, share a video, comment on a video, and especially subscribe to a channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy happy, it does want to share the videos of this channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am very grateful. Also, these are general readings, and if you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, beautiful people, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Enjoy your emotional adventure. I'm sure we'll be talking very soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.